13 of the Calimari Navy experiment. The stage is going to go better than last stage, I hope. It's got to go better than the last stage, because guess what? There's a river network on this Sky Island. Don't ask me how that works, but I guess all the rivers, you know, drain into the air and become mystical waterfalls from the heavens or something. But the important thing is, there's a bunch of rivers around the base, and now I have, once I get the crown from last level, I have 2 princess units, and they're kind of similar. The new unit, I have a Raven Man instead of Canopus in the other unit. Then I have a Dragoon instead of a Dragoner, and that's really the big difference. I've still got a, well, I got, this unit's a little bit lower level, so I have a Shaman instead of the Monk I was using last level, and then a lower level Nixie. And after everyone got restored from death magically at the end of the stage, I put this unit back to how it was with the Nixie Princess Monk. And I made some evil men, or evil ones, sorry. So I'm about to try that out, except that the whole reason I paused it was so I could change the Kraken and put the Kraken in front to get 2 extra attacks, but oh well. So we'll see. If they're on leader, this could be a serious problem. And I think they are on leader. It's only going to be... well, I don't think the last one can hit him, so... if they're going to do that much damage to me, might as well try to kill at least one of them. And with the Beastmaster, we'll get the 3rd. Well, missed the 3rd attack. But the Kraken... I guess it only gets 3 attacks. So if I'd had the Kraken up front, I possibly could have taken out both of the flyers, but... oh well. Now I can certainly... well... even if I put the Kraken up front, Kraken, I could start seeing Kraken. It's not going to quite work out because they'll still have the guys in back of the leader. Okay, well, one of the princess units will clean them up.
Write it out.
And that's good because Norn's unit is a lot lower level and really need to, you know, catch her up, whereas the level 18 unit probably doesn't need a ton of blocks. Pretty nice defenses. So at this point, I really just have one more attack, so I'm just going to go to weaken. Trust that my healer can clean it up. But overall, I have to say this is starting pretty good, although last stage started pretty good too. I didn't have a lot of trouble with the flying units. It was much more once the initial stage of land units arrived, so I will stay cautiously optimistic. And I just need one more hit, but maybe I can catch them. Nope, I don't think so, because they've got the high sky unit still. I'll try. Oh, got a little lucky there. And this unit probably could use it, the XP too. Ouch! Alright, we have the first land unit arriving. It is a classic white and black mix of Paladins and Evil Ones. Now, the Kraken should do pretty well against that, because the Kraken doesn't have weakness to white or black. And then I did really well against Swath, because I dodged most of it, except for units that have pretty high fizz. So I should do really well in this one. And I have a defensive item equipped, so probably not going to do that much damage. Well, I guess it makes sense that his defense, the Kraken's, that is lower against black than white, but I didn't remember it being that low against black, but I guess it's not like they're doing 80 damage or something, just 30. And it just adds up. Waited a little bit too long for that, but not too bad.
Write it out.
I got my vampire up a couple of levels, and I reorganized this unit. I'm going to put on strong just to reduce the damage I take, but I try to put like against like in terms of the damage types they'll defend. So, like I put the black strong defensive units top and bottom to try to take damage from the evil ones, and they're not entirely attacking that way, but a bunch of them definitely are. Like the smite is going to the middle, which helps a ton, because both the vampire and the werewolf, or the weird tiger actually, would just get destroyed by smite. And then I have the rune axe on the weird tiger and back, who's just destroying some of those guys, but unfortunately they keep hitting the Kraken. It's not what I anticipated. I'm gonna have to retreat, I guess. So unfortunately I haven't been counting, so I don't know if they've got another attack or not. Alright, now I have my higher level princess unit cleaning this up. It's a little bit unfair, but you know, it's a fairly powerful unit. Someone has to come deal with it. And Starlight just rips through them as expected. The Dragon Master, I don't believe is that weak to white or black. Although I may not get a chance to see how weak she is to black. Certainly the agility of the Eagle Man means he doesn't have to defend against black, so he is quite weak to that. And a little Ice Storm never hurt either. So at this point it's just a question of who gets the kills. But I do need to avoid using this unit too much because it's just ridiculously overpowered. I need to get some other units up in level 2. Alright, found the Muse and Doll Master unit. I went ahead and put my Kraken up front because, well, I accidentally got out of the water because I had to move over to catch up to them. I don't think it will really matter. I would say they seem to be on weak based on that. Possibly best, I guess, if they used... they're definitely weak. And it doesn't matter, because I mean, the front line just doesn't do very much damage, so as long as they don't do a ridiculous amount of damage to my back line with the hit-alls, then this should be fine. Enough will even make much difference in the damage I do, but may as well go to weak. But the 4 hit-alls, even if it doesn't result in them winning, if it's enough damage, I gotta send this unit back to heal. Alright, the enemy undead unit has caught up with us. And I meant to bring my lower level princess unit up, but they caught this unit that is not in great shape, but all I have to do is survive 1 hit-all. That should give me enough damage taken to run away. Certainly, since I got the skeleton hit in, that will help as well. Okay, I'm just going to run away after this, unless they miss. Did not miss, and it's just close enough that it can do 1 more damage next time, so no reason to tempt fate. And then the princess unit should just go ahead and wipe them out.
Write it out.
This is the lower level princess unit, although Celeste is not particularly lower level. It's just a matter of how much damage I'm going to take. There's the physical guys, if nothing else, when we take all 3 hit-alls at this point. I guess maybe if I'd been on weak, I could have avoided taking 2 hit-alls, so... I guess with the higher agility casters like the Princess and the Nixie, maybe I should have gone for that. Instead, I'll take a little bit more damage from the first hit-all, but not get the second 2. Alright, I finally made a 2 Kraken units. This is not exactly the ideal spot to use it, because in the water this unit would be capable of astonishing 7 hit-alls, but they'll pretty much negate the damage in this fight from the front side. Did, you know, decent damage to my Evil One, but wow, I'm actually really surprised that already unstrong they did that much fire damage. Evil One, I thought, had pretty high fire resistance. So I can only take one more firewall. So missed that one, but it's good put. Wait for that attack. And I guess I'll have to retreat after that. So that's a little disappointing that the Evil One took so much fire damage, but I guess he has really low int, so even though his fire resistance is high, he still takes lots of magical fire damage. Right, just need a couple more fights with the Princess unit to wear it down. Got my opinion leader coming in now. Probably take some decent damage from Starlight. And probably from Firewall. Yeah. Okay, well that's no good. That will do some massive damage. I pretty much have to run away like a little girl after this, because you could use another firewall. Alright, next unit, just keep wearing them down.
Write it out.
Alright, my high-level Princess unit is the next one up, so this shouldn't be much of a contest, really. I probably will still take a fair amount of damage. And that probably ensures... Okay, good. That would have been bad. Now I should be able to pretty much wipe them out without taking too much damage. Well, you've got pretty decent ed to dodge that. Zagisha is one of my strongest ed characters. Okay, now it's just a matter of doing some physical damage. Even after, I guess everyone knows this, but so Zombero decided he wanted to get a better idea of how strong the Dragoner and the Dragon Master are, which is, you know, that's a good idea. So I gave him my save state so he could take off 15 to 20 or so strength, dex, and intelligence from my Dragon Master. So it's a little bit weaker, but it's, as you can tell, it's still doing quite good. Now we have Ninja and Samurai Masters. We've got a bunch of high agility guys, but luckily my Eagle Man, Canopus, and my starting Dragoner, now Dragon Master, I guess, should be up to the task of hitting them. And they shouldn't have ridiculous intelligence. So the one thing I have to worry about is this attack. Okay, they're definitely on strong. That's really, really going to work out for me. Wow, I completely missed everyone. But I guess this is my high-level unit. Yeah, I should have switched to weak before that. But I can still do it now. And Ice Storm should obliterate them. Yep, pretty much. It really helps when you're like 3 levels ahead. It's just such a huge difference. And of course, having the Princess with the hit-alls and the heal-alls, it's just hard to beat that kind of unit. And the high agility units in front to get the misses certainly also helps. But, I don't know, I think with all the changes to Eagle Man, that it's not as uber as it used to be. Canopus's bonus stats certainly make him pretty uber. But, I mean, mostly I would probably be using Lance or somebody if I didn't have the need for flying for that. Alright, finally got the 2 Kraken units in the water. So I'm going to put the evil one up front all by his lonesome. And all he's going to do is take out the 2 skeletons. It'll be interesting to see how much Maelstrom does. Whoa, that is crazy. So at that rate, I'll take out all the wizards before they even get to go, or the mages. Okay, well, one of them missed, but you know, that's pretty ridiculous still to take out 2 backline hit-all characters before they even attack me. Okay, well, that was pretty interesting. I don't usually see the evil one dodge that much, but I certainly won't complain. He's got pretty insane black defense, so even if they did hit him, I think the skeleton's attack at least is black. So now we just... Really? Well, I wonder if... No, I think you can equip a weapon on Evil 1. I don't think their attack is always black. But maybe I'm wrong about that, because I didn't use them very much last game. So I suppose that could explain it. Definitely I'm going to need to do this dual Maelstrom a lot more often against caster-heavy units. Okay, it did work, he just missed the other 2 times. It's just unfortunate that he's going to get away now, because I don't have another white attack. But I'll just get another level or something when they come back. Alright, the flying unit came in and caught my double Kraken Evil 1 unit as it's heading out, but I don't think it'll be that bad. I've got a high physical defense all the way around. Oh, he still did 48 damage to the Evil 1. That's a little surprising. Okay, so I'm gonna have to run away. No, should've gone weak. I'm gonna have to run away before the second round. Well, that's really disappointing. Especially since, yeah, that's bad. Because they didn't, that's probably one of the major weaknesses of a 3-party unit, is that the damage isn't going to be as spread around, so it's going to be really hard to, okay, just barely got enough. Alright, upgraded my first Valkyrie into a Muse, which should work out, you know, not so well against this unit because they're all strong to lightning, but I also think that they're on leaders, so at least the 2 mile-near attacks will not do much damage. Oh, got tweak a little bit too late, but get it for the last 2 attacks, I guess. If I can hit them, nope. Well, at least I'm taking less damage this fight a little bit. Yeah, so they really just can't hurt the Kraken that much. I mean, the Gale was the only thing that did significant damage. But if I can't hit them back with my heavy melee hitters, then it's going to all be for naught. At least the Kraken is hitting, the Kraken is hitting something. There was a good hit finally. No, 3 misses for the Dragoner, but she is a little underleveled, so it's more excusable for her. Oh, one more hit. No. Well, at least we pulled out the win. Right, got the Opinion Leader doing another fight in the water, but the Nixies coming back. And they'll probably go first because they have such insane agility. I think they'll do fairly decent damage. Ow, I didn't think they'd do that decent damage. Alright, well, now all they can do is do white attacks against my Kraken, which should be highly inefficient, to say the least. So then the question is, probably the Shaman can't heal herself enough to prevent herself from dying. I don't have anybody behind her. No, that should do it. Especially if I put it... become strong or something, just to make sure. Because I really don't want to have to fight this unit 100 times. If there was ever a reason to put an angel up front, I suppose this unit would be it. Just with the white attacks, actually just do 0 damage, but I mean, why? You can just put a paladin up front, that would accomplish it better, and the Kraken with the superior agility and 60 defense against white is probably even better, honestly. Of course, it'd be nice if we could actually kill one of them. At this point, I think the stage is pretty much in the bag. You just gotta be careful and not do anything stupid like get knocked off the map. Alright, you get to fight with the fairy. Haven't been using it that consistently, although I've been trying to level it up in neutral encounters, because there's just not a lot of reason to use a fairy, you know, until you get to the Sylph stage. But I thought I'd toss it in a little bit this stage, just for variety. I should do fairly well against cold, but not as well as I wanted to. And that's probably the end for that fairy. No! Okay, well, narrowly survived. I guess I'll go ahead and put it on weak and see if I can do some damage back. But that's definitely one reason I haven't used the fairy. She doesn't have much HP, but it's also because she's behind in levels. It's not entirely fair to the class, but it's definitely a unit that does much better, you know, under the old hit and run rules, since it has no defense and no HP. Except against white and lightning. It's pretty much immune to white and lightning. Well, I don't think I'll be able to recover from those 2 massive cold damage attacks. I could at least take out one of the shamans, perhaps. I just need to get some more levels for the fairy if I'm really gonna put her into battles like this. And now we get to face off against the princess unit again. The evil one in the back is going to get massively slammed. But after the first starlight, ouch, he should do fairly well. I guess I could have given him... That's missed all but 2 of them, ouch. Just kind of counting on... Well, it's still ridiculous damage, though. Uh-oh. Well, that's no good. Okay, thank God that missed. That would have been the entire fight there, just me killing myself. And this should also do some pretty serious damage. Okay, that worked out a lot better than I initially thought it might with the white hit all and possibly the fire hit all. Okay, 3 of 4 this time. Should almost kill the witch, I think. Yep. I think I'm gonna go strong since I've already had my hit all. And they have a potential fire hit all. Okay, a little bit lucky there again. And then go back to weak. And I could take out 2 of them with 1 more Maelstrom hit. Okay, this looks really good. I might put myself in a position to kill the last 2 if I can get... Well, I think I only have 1 more melee attack. But still, that's a lot better than I thought I would do. So the physical hit-alls, you know, they're not really good against all enemies, but against a unit like that which has all casters in them, it's incredible. Alright, this unit may not go quite as well as they have the cold damage, and I didn't bother changing my items, so I don't have snow capes or anything equipped. Yep, they are gonna rock the evil one, but they're only gonna do 2 hit-alls, that's the max they can do, whereas I could have gotten hit for 4 hit-alls last time. Well, it's just a question of who goes first. Can I get my healing off before the one shaman attacks. Although that shaman actually probably will attack someone in the back row, I would think. And there's also no reason for any of you to be on strong. If they go first and they target the Beastmaster, he's simply dead. Okay, good. So at this point, they can't do any significant damage to me, and I should be able to, well, if I can hit them, take out a bunch of them with Maelstrom. Okay, that's probably not good. I don't know that I'm going to be able to. I'm pretty sure there's no way I can kill both of them. Yeah, there's no way. Still, Maelstrom is showing itself quite strong. I just need to engineer more fights like this in the water. Right, I'm attacking a cleric with my undead units, which, you know, on the surface sounds a little bit insane, but I'm pretty sure I will go first. The demon especially has decent, if not stellar agility, and then the Kraken usually goes before clerics too. Not to mention Warren, for a mage, has pretty high agility. And then I would like to just take a look at this real quick. This is a very physical unit. Hopefully it's on weak, and it'll go after Skeleton. I guess we'll see. And I could have left the Kraken up front, get a couple more attacks, because I didn't quite make it into the water, unfortunately, which would have been incredible if I could have done that, but I'll lose 2 offensive attacks to try to take little to no damage. We'll see if that works out. And who's the target? Nope, they're on strong, that's right. Now I remember from the other two. But still, that's not too bad, because the demon, I think, has okay physical defense, and actually both item keys, now I think about it, are going to go for the Kraken, so that works out. That works out just fine. And that should be the only attack that isn't mostly mitigated either by the Kraken or by the undead, so it should work out great for me. Though this level has been particularly bad for undead, I think this and I guess the Eagleman plus Griffin unit are maybe 2 of the only units that didn't have somebody that could kill undead, and then of course the Griffin and Eagleman unit, the back 2 units, you know, they would just bypass the undead, and here all 3 back units bypass the undead. And we have the mixed Paladin Evil 1 unit coming back again. I'm gonna go on best this time because I have the Relic Sword on Ronnie, the Dragon are in the back there. Huh. I would have thought she would have attacked the Paladin. That was the whole reason I put her on best. I guess I should have put her in the middle. It's not like it matters where she is in the back. And then she could have attacked the Paladin with the Black Sword. That was a fortuitous miss on the Cleric, the Shaman rather, because that's the only person that Swath would have really obliterated. Still definitely going to lose this fight because they just have so many attacks up front that are for decent damage. Whereas I'm just, well, no, I'm doing about as much damage. Okay, so that's what I wanted to do all fight. I really should have put her in the middle, and then I would have just killed that Paladin, I think, even with the healing. Out a win. Alright, the dubious strategy of putting an Angel solo frontline, although I did put her up off to the top. Now, the trick here is that I'm going to count on my physical attack alls from the back line taking out the wizards before they go, and then I'm going to count on the angel and the cleric to kill the undead. And with 86 damage, I think I should be able to do that. I'm going to put it on weak. Probably should have had it on weak to start with. And looks like it. So I really need to consider using some more physical hit-alls against some of these mage units. That just works so well. Alright, so the flying unit has come back. He likes to fly in circles a little bit, but I'm going to try it with the all-physical hit-all unit, which I think will work out pretty well. They are going to get the one gale, which I still don't know why it does so much damage to the evil one. Yeah, so that's... I'm not going to be able to go 2 rounds, because, yeah... Dang it, I needed to switch to weak. Too much talking. It's possible with weak I might have been able to kill... But I guess I might still kill the Eagle. So if I can kill the Eagle Man and back... Well, I'm definitely not going to go first, so I guess that means I'll have to retreat if I can. There we go. Alright, I've got my opinion leader meeting up with the almost entirely physical unit, besides the elemental hit-all from the Ninja Master in the back. I want to have the Kraken do his attack. Okay, that wasn't bad at all. I guess the Ninja Master just doesn't have that much ent. And I recall that they're on strong. So I went ahead and put my hero up front, gave her the power shield, which is ridiculous, plus 24 fizz, so she take almost no physical damage, and those are the most difficult attacks gone, so I'm going to go back to weak, and then just let the Kraken kind of wipe them out. And my hero should do a pretty good job of cleaning up as well. And Banished works pretty well against Ninja Masters. So, I don't know if we'll take everybody out, but the concentrated Maelstrom should do some serious damage at least. Not quite as good against the casters, obviously, because these guys all have decent strength, but I might have to... Probably should have done it before this attack. Go back to strong just to avoid killing the leader. But I'll have to miss him with the last Maelstrom, I guess, to avoid doing that. Or I could hit just him. I guess they have pretty high agility, though, which is one thing that is good to defend from Maelstrom. Uncharm Fenril. I don't think it'll be significantly tougher than fighting Slust, really. But maybe it'll take, 3 or 4 fights instead of 2 fights. I think black damage will do okay. I believe their Dragoons are pretty much strong against, or evenly strong against everything. They're not insanely strong. But I think they were slightly weaker to white and black than to the I figured that was against cold, so yeah, you take a couple of those pretty easily. So, won't do too much damage to Fenril this time. Certainly that's not going to help. But with 3 attacks, maybe we'll get 1 more Phantom, would be nice. Definitely weaken up the Gold Dragons in case I want to try to melee Fenril later. I don't think there's really any reason to try to melee Fenril. It should just be get a couple of focus casters and go to town. And that should... No! Gotta hit people. Yeah, that should do it for that gold dragon. And then it'll be interesting to see if the dragon respawns before the next fight or not. Well, maybe it'll be 2 fights if Warren's going next. I guess I could have put the Kraken down on the bottom if I really wanted to end it this fight, because we just got a ridiculous number of melee attacks. so I don't expect them to be too hard. The next fight, Baron Apros. Actually, no, it'll be the mage who's Sardin's prince. He should be significantly hard. Alright, one more Uber frontliner. And probably about the same as last time, maybe a little bit slower because this island's bigger, so let's say 12k. Yeah, pretty much right on. Alright, thanks for watching. See you next time.